So yes, oh my God, this is my first time shooting outside, and oh my goodness, the attention is throwing me off, and it's so busy outside. I don't know what to do. So this is a new segment that I want to start, where I'll be talking about questions, or I guess answering questions that you might be having about China. So kama uko na swali, if you have a question, just ask me in the comments below. Ohoro wanyu andũ a nyũmba, my name is Wanjiku here. Leo tuko nje, and I wanted to just introduce this cute little segment that I came up with. Inaitwa nini hii segment? Inaitwa sijui Talk with Wanjiku. I haven't mastered the name. But anyways, yes, so for this segment, I want to be answering questions about what people are curious about. So in case you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section, and we'll address them to Kiendanga, okay? So the first question that I'll be answering today is about working in China. Yes, I think that's the most asked questions that I have ever received. There's somebody honking behind me, oh my God. But anyways, yes, that is one of the most frequently asked questions on my comments. When I go live on TikTok, everybody's asking me what kind of jobs are available for foreigners in China, okay? So if you are looking to find work in China, you have to think about China, the kind of population they have, and their capabilities, okay? So they have a very big population. I think from statistics, they have around 1.4 billion people. So I always ask people, do you think in such a big pool of people, there's really a profession that they won't find in a pool of 1.5? Is it 1.5 or 1.4? I could be wrong. I think it's 1.4. But it's still a lot of people, okay? Watu ni wengi. So mostly they'll find somebody for that job, okay? They'll find somebody for that job. And with Chinese people, they are not very shy. They don't shy away from professions. They are very serious about working. They are serious about the grind. So I think a lot of like wase wa US hawapendi kazi zenye zinawachosha sana, unaelewa? They like to be bougie, they like to be driving, wao ndo wadosi, wao ndo wakusema. And that's why you see with like when it comes to America, a lot of work that is very physical, that is very tiring, they are outsourced to foreigners, okay? So with China, it's not really like that. With them, anyone atafanya anything. A lot of jobs you find zenye maybe watu wanapata Gulf, ni wase wa house helps, ni wase wa security. Ukiona kama US, wase wa construction, wase wa truck drivers. So China, they do all those jobs. Like within their population, they do all those jobs. So it's very hard to find such types of jobs here as a foreigner. They are also very tech savvy, and they have created machines to make these jobs a bit more, not as difficult, I guess, a bit more easier to navigate. So hawastressiwi na kuchoka hivyo sana, unaelewa? The sun is disappearing. Oh my God, oh my God. But yeah, so I hope you have like a whole picture about China, and now what jobs China can offer. So when you think about the types of jobs you can get in China, you have to think from that perspective, okay? So the kind of professions they tend to outsource are the type of professions that they cannot find within their 1.4 billion people. So lazima saa zote unafikiria hivyo. So what can Chinese people do, okay? And the first thing that they cannot do is speak in English. And as the world is more globalized now, English has become like mandatory for everyone to know. Number one, types of jobs are jobs that involve speaking English. Okay, I think that is one of the biggest type of direction you can take when it comes to looking for jobs in China. You have to take advantage of your English speaking skills and think about that and think about what kind of professions are available in that regard. Yes, and one of the main jobs ni teaching English, okay? So yes, now they want their kids to learn English so that it's easier for them to navigate the world, because China is opening up to the world more and more. So it's easier if their population also knows English. So kazi za kufundisha kizungu nazo ziko mingi kwa wingi. They used to give the teaching jobs to Africans before, the English teaching jobs, because I think before the world was very closed off when it came to China. Only Africans were very interested, or I guess they wanted to work here, they wanted to be here. So they did give a lot of teaching jobs to China. But I think the more the world opens up to China, the more they prefer the Western world more than, I think, Africans, from my perspective. Because these days, when I see any teaching job, it usually specifies that they want native English speakers. And they even specify the countries. They specify US, Canada, UK, Australia, South Africa. Yes. So the only, I think, African country yenye nimesikia wanapea jobs za kufundisha kizungu ni South Africans pekee. There was a period actually where they cut off a lot of African teachers and a lot of them had to go home. So yeah. Yes, sijasema huwezi pata kazi kama mwalimu wa kufundisha kizungu, but these days they are very, very selective. I think sijui kama watoto walianza kuongea kizungu na Niger accent, sasa wanasema my brother. Sasa wakaona wataki kizungu yenyu ni accentuated. So yeah, sadly these days they outsource more to Americans. Yani just people who speak English as a native language. Juu sisi unajua yetu imemixiwa na lugha zingine. So wanatakanga kwanza hiyo accent ya America wanaitakanga sana. With American accentuated English. Hadi naambiwa wangu hivyo. Ukiangalia descriptions za kazi, not that it's impossible, but you might have more of a challenge kupata hiyo kazi huku. And definitely salary haitakuwa same na mtu mwenye anatoka US kufundisha. Your salary may be lower, maybe that's why they might prefer you. But honestly, when you think of the exchange rate, it does kind of make sense. Juu yule mse wa Amerika unajua yeye anafikiria na dola yake. Sisi na Kenya shillings, you can understand why the salary is a bit lower, but yeah, it is not impossible, but it may be hard because they usually specify the nativity of the English teacher. They also want drama teachers, dance teachers. I've also met a few of them. But yeah, those are the most teaching jobs that foreigners wanapata huku. Ingine ni ya wase wa biashara. You know, China is known for how industrious it is. I think anything in the world at this point in time, inatoka China, okay? So because they produce a lot of stuff, they do need to sell, of course, so that they make money. So if you're in business, uko na chance ya kupata kazi huku. They also give you work. If you have like a sourcing company, you can, I think, get a visa here to start your companies here, so that you have sort of a logistics company yenye inaweza inaweza export vitu to your designated countries. So that is also a very big niche here. A lot of people are business people, and so works related to business, jobs related to business are also very, very common. So yeah, that is also where I'm working at the moment. Like, that's the industry I'm at. I'm in e-commerce. So that's my profession these days. So hapo ndipo nilijiingizia niliona mwanya. The other niche that is very, very common ni usanii. Okay, artists. So China has a lot of big amusement parks, big circuses. They have a very, very international sort of entertainment scene. So yeah, kama una dance, kama una perform, kama una fanya acrobatics, kama una piga jembe, percussion, those are also jobs that you can find here. They are very good, they are lucrative, and that is actually that is the job that brought me in China first. Okay, I came here as a msanii. Mimi ni msanii, by the way, mtu wajui. So I came here as a dancer in 2019. I worked in a few places. I've actually worked in so many parks in China: Baize, Longmont, Hangzhou. I've also even worked in clubs. So even their clubs in here is very big. Wanatakanga tu entertain wase wao so that people also come to these places. They spend money, they come to watch you perform. So yeah, okay. So kazi ya usanii pia huku, it's very lucrative. And because they have these very, very big spaces, they're always looking to entertain. A lot of Chinese people like to be entertained. They love art. They are artists. Yani, they are just artists. So they appreciate art. They appreciate performance. So these Chinese companies are heavily investing in artists. They have a lot of international acts. Mara mingi utajipata you're just working with foreigners, foreign artists, Africans, Europeans, Americans. Yani, they want the best out of the best from the world, okay? So it's a big industry. So yeah, here in China, a lot of foreigners are also working as artists here, okay? And when it comes to looking for work here in China, personally, time yenye nilikuja, the first time I was referred to by people I know, okay? So to be honest, inaweza kuwa ngumu kupata kazi from scratch. Like if you have zero connections here, there's two apps that I know that you can actually navigate through finding work. Number one, it's called Boss. With this app, it's not available on Play Store. So I'm not sure if it's only available on stores za simu. I'm not sure if I'm being eloquent. But yeah, if you use like a Samsung, you can look for it on the Galaxy Store. If you use an Apple phone, you can look for the app in the Apple Store. If you use like a Redmi, a Xiaomi, you can look for it in the Mi Store. So that's what I'm trying to say. Usitafuta Google Play Store. Sidhani iko Google Play Store. So I'm not sure if it's only available in China because I didn't try to get the app when I was out of China. So I can't assure you that it will be there on those Play Stores. So, but you can try to look in for it. A lot of Chinese companies do post openings there. I have also found like remote openings being advertised on the app. So unaweza enda ujaribu uone if you can try to find something. Ingine inaitwa Xiaohongshu. Of course, it's a red note. I think it's available globally, but a lot of people tend to think it's just an app for kama TikTok. Yes, it has all those features, but there are also a lot of companies posting openings on the app. If you just search and feed your algorithm according to what you're searching for, itakufeed your information ya wase wanatafuta makazi. So just try to look at Xiaohongshu. I think that's the one that I can tell you has a lot of openings, or I see a lot of openings. The biggest challenge though is the fact that they're always looking for people who are already in China. But you might be lucky to find something remote, or you might be lucky to find a company that is willing to help you process the visa and fly you in for work if they really, 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 really want you to work for them, okay? Also, I've attached some websites that you can also look into. These websites do offer posts for foreigners. unajua China hawatumiangi Google na Google services, so ni ngumu utapata openings za huku ati uzipate place kama LinkedIn, uzipate place kama Facebook. If you're finding positions that offer work here in such sites, you're probably getting them from foreign agents, okay? You can try to look for some job openings according to your profession and see kama utapata any sort of openings, okay? So yeah, all the best, but also do your due diligence. I don't want anybody getting scammed. Mkuje mseme hapa ni Wanjiku aliwaambia muende mtafute kazi sijui wapi na wapi na wapi. Make sure you've done your due diligence. If you see any openings, make sure they are legitimate, according to even how people are talking to you. Kazi mingi hata they don't require you to pay. For a lot of jobs, even when I was working as an artist, mimi ndo nilikuwa nalipiwa kila kitu kufika hapa. Nilikuwa nalipiwa visa, nalipiwa ticket ya ndege, nalipiwa chakula, nalipiwa kila kitu. Like, so from that perspective naelewa huyu msee anataka nifanye kazi, but you have also to be sure of the type of job you are getting into. So you have to look at the job contract you're getting, make sure your job contract ni legitimate, haina hidden agenda uko ndani. So do your due diligence if you get an opening, okay? Yeah, don't just dive in without being sure of what you're diving into. So yes, guys, that marks the end of this cute little talk segment. I hope I answered that question. In case you have any more questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. Yes, Njihia here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alafu kuna mtu anaimba hapa nyuma yangu. Anaimba vibaya. So I'm just hoping that my audio is doing its best to cancel out to cancel this person out. Oh my goodness. But I see you on the next one. Looking forward to more questions, okay?